Alright, so I'm going to try and get some stuff prepped up here so that way we can get the engine in. Still waiting on push rods. I have, let's see here, I have my intercooler coming in. I have all the tubing for that coming in. I got these really fancy hose connector things coming in. Those would be pretty cool to see. See how they work. They should work just fine. I mean, that's what they're designed for, but and then I also have my oil pressure gauge coming in, so that way I can have that set up before I start it, because I don't want to risk running the car with, or you know, without any oil pressure, because that'd be bad. But yeah, so game plan is just kind of just do little odds and ends here to try and get it ready. I'm probably gonna pull out the old cradle that's in there. I also I gotta put the wiring harness onto the engine. That's another thing I can do. I'm not too sure if we'll go about that yet, but maybe, because I need to rerun the alternator wire. I think it's like, it activates the alternator or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember what the heck the wire's for or whatever, but I gotta run that wire from the harness. I gotta reroute it to where the alternator is now at. Plus then we can check and make sure that everything is wired up correctly. As in, it's in all, they're all landing in the right locations. They should, because I used the motor to mock them up, but let's see, yeah, that should be it. So we can we'll get all this stuff kind of cleaned up here and get the motor up out of the way. Get all this kind of cleaned up and situated, so we can mess around down here to get that cradle dropped out. That I used it to hold all like the frame rails and everything in place as I welded up the tube chassis and all that stuff, so that way nothing moved around in theory. So all right, let's get started here. Alright, well, we got that all cleaned up down there. I got the fuel pressure regulator mounted over here. I've just realized that the line there is a little fucked up, so ordered some AN6 line. Now I'm probably going to go about popping off this alternator line and see if I can go about making it shorter, so that way it fits between the starter and then the alternator. But yeah, that's about it. Now I had to kind of just weld or bend this brake line around. It's gonna get removed anyhow, but I don't really want to remove it, so I don't introduce a bunch of air into the calipers and ruin them. Because I don't know if I'm gonna be going Grand Am brakes or not, so that's to be determined. But yeah, let's well, we'll at least get it cut short. We might not be able to do it because I don't think I have one, I don't have that big shrink tubing, and two, I don't think I have another eyelet. So but we can at least get it shortened up and get it prepped. So all you gotta do is just throw it in one of those and it's good to go. But yeah, figured give a quick update as to what the hell's been done. Trying to think what else on. I just got the slave cylinder just to hang it, or you know, support it up. Oh, and I removed the e-brake cable since that didn't work, so that's all removed. Trying to think. I think that's it. All right, let's see what else I can get done. Alright, well, I cut that piece right there for in between the alternator and starter. And then I tried redoing the AN3. This stuff is not as easy to do as the AN6. I mean, this is as good as I got it. They kind of like bunched up the stuff, but it looks a lot better than my old method. So, plus, I mean, that's got like a year on it. It's whatever. But yeah, so I was hoping to try and reroute it differently, but it looks like I'm not gonna really be able to do that. It doesn't look like. I can't really figure out a good way to route it with it looking good. I'll probably run it around the back and then like run it along here, and then I'll run it along the back side of this, and then it'll come out like right here and feed into the top of the turbo. But for those that haven't seen the turbo setup, this is kind of how it is. It works, so but yeah, so I'm trying to think if I really want to do anything else. I kind of wanted to put on the harness, but I kind of want to avoid it because I don't know what all is getting in the way up here. I don't think anything, but I don't know. Just another day of just kind of trying to knock out little random things and trying to figure out what all I need. There's a bunch of like little things I'm needing. But yeah, hopefully it'll all go good when I go to install it, so nothing holds me up. Didn't accomplish much tonight, but at least it's semi-prepped. But yeah, I'll probably get it cleaned up, and then we'll just kind of push this in underneath just to keep it out of the way. But yeah, so let's get this stuff cleaned up, and then we'll wrap up the video. It's not going to be much, unfortunately. I'm sorry for that. Might make this like a bonus thing and just kind of put it on a Thursday just because I didn't really accomplish much. So, but yeah, let's get this cleaned up. Alright, well, I mean, this is where we're going to be. It's looking like it's going to be really easy to put in now. This is like the first time I've ever done it where it's going to be on like a pallet floor with the dolly set up. With two people, it'll definitely go really easy. Just slide it right in and then lift the fronts up in, put the bolts in. You just got to line those guys up with like right here. And yeah, you just lift it up into those things, put the bolts in. Then the back, you just put the jack right underneath the back and it lifts right up. And you just put the two bolts in on the both sides. Cradle's in. So looks like it's just got a lot of little things here. Hopefully it'll start up in like the next couple videos here. It's hard to know because we will have some videos coming up here with Paul's stuff. Gonna try and button up his coolant and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, this is where we're sitting at. So pretty much waiting on push rods. Once push rods come in, then we'll put push rods in. Torque down all the rocker arms. Do the final assembly on the lower intake. Put the valve covers on. Then it can go in under. And then we'll put the fuel rail in, and then put the top intake on, and then it's just buttoning up all these little things. I have to shorten up this starter wire right here, the purple wire, put a little eyelet on it, hook it up to the starter. This one should already be the perfect length to go to the starter because it hasn't changed. And then we'll have to do, so that goes to starter, and then that one will go from starter to alternator. So we got to get that. Gotta get that figured out. Yeah. Then you just gotta hook up coolant lines. I think that's it. I mean, there's just all these like little things to hook up. Hopefully nothing's missing, 'cause that would suck. or hopefully it's nothing that I gotta order. I ordered that fuel line so that way I can fix that before I put the motor in. I think it'll be easier since it like goes down and it's like down into these barb fittings down here. So yeah, and I'll have to pick up some brake cleaner to clean off all the dust. I got a bunch of dust on everything. All this dust from doing body work in here. But yeah, so I mean, that's getting pretty excited. Should be in. I'm just rambling on here at this point. Just trying to think of things that would be of interest to people. I haven't done it yet, but I found a guy. He has plasma cutout things of the Fiero emblem, which is like what is that damn thing? I can't think of it. There, I got one on my steering wheel. I can't think of the freaking name of the damn thing. One of these. He makes like cutouts like these. Oh, Pegasus, that's what it is. A flying horse. So, but he makes some of those, and they're like cutouts. Thought about welding in like something like that on both sides. I don't know, because I wanted to do like my military units on each side. I don't know. We shall see what happens. Yeah. And then I need to run. I'll have to order some of that. I need like 5/16. That's what I just looked at. I need 5/16 line all the way from the brake booster all the way back here, which goes into like, which goes into this guy. It was that metal. There was that metal line. It's like sitting over there, but it ran all the way through the center console and up to the front. I'm probably just gonna do hose all the way, just because I feel like that'll be easiest. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, I don't know how many times I'm gonna fucking say that. That's kind of annoying. But yeah, I'm just trying to think, man. I think that's it. But hopefully, this is somewhat entertaining of a crap video. I'm just getting excited. This is all just like prep, basically. Put it in. Yeah. Get excited. Should be running pretty soon, and then there'll be a lot of videos on how to tune with HP tuners, because that's pretty much how I tune it. I tune it with HP tuners by myself. I have some help from like people, like if I have stupid questions. I've kind of gotten it down to like for the most part. I also saw a video the other day. Who was that? I can't think of who it is, but they do tuning videos, and they did a 2-step with a Mustang using HP tuners, and it kind of gives me hope, because I do believe when I was in there, everything they adjusted, I'm pretty sure I have on the Grand Am one. So I just need to figure out how, because it was off of the like park neutrals, or like basically I think it's like your neutral, so your park neutral switch. So I gotta figure out if that pin is even pinned on my ECM, and then if it's not, then I gotta pull that off, slap a pin in it, and run it to like a switch of some sort. I'd imagine on the clutch I would need that. Not too sure. I think I need it on the clutch. But yeah, so I could run that into there, and hopefully that will work to make boost. That'd be cool. Have some sort of launch control, even though it's kind of useless on this car, because first gear is useless on this 4-speed. Second's where all my power is, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna end it here. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.